Friday. I'm feeling good. I'm not really feeling good. That was an act. I'm pissed off. I've had the worst morning already. Spilled coffee on my hoodie. They're doing complete construction in front of the house right now. I'm ready to blow my lid, but I'm here to pretend like I'm okay. Here to pretend like I'm okay. Y'all get in here. We're gonna give it some a few minutes to get some viewers. I'm gonna have Empire Hemp on, do a nice interview with them, see what they got going on. They got some cool stuff happening. Let me get this link here. So real quick, guys, while I'm waiting to get this stuff straight, I was thinking, y'all know Mama D's restaurant, right? Is that the first black-owned restaurant in Batavia? Y'all have hit me in the comments. Let me know if that's the first owned black restaurant in Batavia. I don't know if there's any other black people that has owned a restaurant here in Batavia, an actual restaurant. That, or is it the first black owned soul food restaurant? Right? It's got to be either one of those. I don't ever remember any of that ever being a thing. I've ate there. It's actually awesome. I mean, I ate her food out when she was doing it on the side. You know what I mean? So it was actually awesome. But I wonder if it is the first black owned, because if it is, that's kind of big, and we should probably be getting at it a little more. We should probably be getting at it a little more, supporting her some more. Yeah, hey, me too. I might be. I think so. I think I am right. So where is it at, Greg? It's right in Eli Fish there. Right in Eli Fish. You got to walk in Eli Fish. They gotta. I feel like they gotta make a better. They have to make it more like I have to know what's going on. When I walk in there, like I feel so uncomfortable because I'm like, do I walk back there? And they should just be saying, hey, how can I help you? And they're not really doing that. It's like I feel like they're just like expecting you to pick when you walk in. And it's like if you don't know, like what it is it's the Eli Fish people greeting you, and then they're usually looking for you to sit down. But then if you're gonna go back to the Maddie's or the Mama D's, I guess you just I don't know. You have to like know that when you go in. It's weird. Like if I go into business, I feel like you should just be saying, "Hey, how can I help you? Hey, I'm looking for Mama D's right back there." Instead, except for what happens is I walk in the door and they're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Yeah, where's Mama? Where's the trying to look for Mama D's?" And it's just awkward. It's an awkward interaction. So I don't work in that business, so I don't know. Good, everybody. This is Shelly and Chris, owners of Empire Hemp Co. here in Batavia, New York. What's mainly exciting, what I heard about you guys, what I want to talk to you guys about is the new license and the new things that you have. Can you explain that to everybody real quick?
Yes, we've been awarded one of the first conditional adult use processing permits for cannabis. So we're one of the first ones that can take cannabis flowers from growers and then turn those into products. So we turn them into smokable flower, pre rolls, vape carts, and edibles. We'll be offering, and we'll be selling those directly to dispensaries the legal dispensaries when they open up at the by the end of the year. They're slated to have 20 dispensaries open throughout the state by the first of the year.
Okay, cool. What was the and you said you'll be selling those to dispensaries as well?
Yeah, we'll be selling just to dispensaries. We will not be able to sell those adult use products or recreational products in our retail store on Main Street because we can't.
Right, because that's a CBD thing, right?
Yeah, and we can't. We're not allowed to. But if you're having that license, we're not allowed to sell those products directly to the customers.
Okay. So the state now there was a second. What was that?
So the state doesn't let us vertically integrate, so we can process and manufacture, but we can't sell out of our store. So we wholesale it to dispensaries. So the store would have to say CBD.
The big thing now is you got a lot of different smoke shops popping up in the area, right? And then they're actually selling flower out of these shops. They're selling vapes. They're selling everything THC.
Yes.
Is that illegal? Is it legal?
It is.
How do you feel about it?
Okay, so they're operating in a gray market, where they're misinterpreting what the law is. They are illegal. They're not operating legally. They do not possess any license from the Office of Cannabis Management. They aren't collecting the taxes that the law requires you to get, and that's where they're really going to get in trouble once the real dispensaries open up. So yeah, technically, cannabis or adult use marijuana has been decriminalized, so you can possess it up to 3 ounces on each person. So in that regard, it's legal. Just like alcohol, you could possess alcohol, you're not going to get arrested for it. But you also can't open a liquor store or a bar without a liquor license. So that's kind of the analogy I use, because yes, it's legal to possess, but no, it's not legal to sell it to the public without the license from the OCM. So
because I feel like a lot. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people don't understand that. They just see that there's a storefront, and there's people that probably think that it is legal and they think that they are doing the right thing, and they're walking in there and buying this and not knowing that it's illegal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They could be caught in the middle of something.
Yeah, they don't realize the framework that had to be built out after they legalized it in March of 2021, that they had to build all this stuff. So it's all coming down the line. It's most people think that, oh, it's legalized, so shops should just pop up, and then an industry just blooms out of just the legalization. But the framework the state had to create in order to license everybody, and then it was a whole program they had to build from the ground up. So we're just a year and a half in, and I think they're making good headway considering what they're up against. But as far as the sticker shops, smoke shops, they're just taking advantage of that.
Right.
And so, go ahead.
Is there anywhere in New York State to where you could actually buy flower out of a store?
Only if you have a medical marijuana license at the medical marijuana, and technically, the reservation is the state's kind of taking a back seat to that, letting them do their own, kind of control their own and monitor their own.
So it is okay. It is legal to out at the res.
Right, but you also have to, consider the fact that, like with us, we have to follow a lot of regulations. We have to have audits done in our facility. We have, everything is traced from seed to sale. So you have to make sure that your products are safe. Some place like, the reservations and these sticker shops, they don't follow these strict regulations and rules as we do. We have to get everything tested, from the flower to our products, to make sure that they're safe and people don't get sick, or they're not, having some milligram that's super high. And, so you have to be cautious when you do go out to the res, because you're not always getting what they say that you're getting on the package. So that's just something that, people need to be aware of when they do that.
Yeah, especially.
Yeah, no, and that's good information, because those vape pens that people smoke, they have the disposable ones now that make me feel safer about it. But I do still feel like maybe there might be some of those companies that might not be regulated as tight, that they're still selling those things like that. And I'm like, that kind of scares me. I don't want to, years down the line, like something come up, I'm developed a cough or some kind of weird cancer, you know what I mean? Because I've been smoking some janky product,
Yeah. Because sometimes, like with the flower, they'll spray different chemicals on it to make it smell, better, or like flavor.
That scares me.
So you don't really know what you're getting, and we have to get tested for all that, pesticides. You don't know how moldy the flower is, or
you can't see it,
what grade it is. If they're saying you're getting a high grade flower, it might be a low grade, you don't know. So it's just something to be cautious of.
And that makes me, I guess that makes me a little more sketchy about getting it from places like that, because you don't really think of that kind of thing. You really don't.
Back room, like dusting the whole.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, we've gone in and checked them out, and I mean, there's guys making pre-rolls right there at the counters. And it's
like
just
with their hands dirty.
We have a lab that everybody's covered, and then we get our product tested, and those tests aren't cheap.
Yeah.
Right. I was on TikTok and I came across a video of somebody posted here in New York. They posted a video of an older gentleman that was a grower, but he had just started growing, and they go, "Uh-oh, New York, we're not going to be in good shape." That's pretty much what the video was about. And with the old guy, they were questioning him, and they were saying they asked him, do you smoke? And he says, "Hey, I've never used, I've never grown marijuana," but he was a grower of other things. Now,
Yeah.
is someone like that, do you think, are they able to grow effectively, or do you
Well,
think that there's a problem?
that's a great question because we work with about 20 growers, and some of them are traditional farmers, and the majority of them are they're smokers and they've been growing for years. So
Okay.
we really work with the farmers, and they've been growing hemp for the last couple of years, and hemp is it's all cannabis, so it's all the same plant. But the care of the plant is what the difference is, and how they harvest, when they harvest,
Right.
how they dry it, how they cure it. I work with them directly to ensure that we're getting a quality product, right from the grower, and ensuring that before we
Okay.
bring it to the facility.
Well, that makes a little more sense then, because I was kind of scared. Like, I'm like, well, this guy, he knows nothing about marijuana at all. And if you're growing, I think, I guess for a grower, I don't know how it works, but it seems like, all right, we'd be able to give you this formula. This is how you would grow. This is, you know, the whole formula to how it goes. But at the same time, I feel like there will be some things that somebody who has obviously years and years of knowledge of growing marijuana, that they would be like, all right, you have to look for this kind of thing, you have to trim it
Right.
this kind of way, you have to, like you said, the testing, the levels and things like
Right.
that.
But the Office of Cannabis Management, they go out and they check, the field, and they monitor the grow, and say there is say it does have mold on it, or whatever. We have a CO2 extraction equipment that takes the cannabis and extracts all the mold and the lipids. And so if
Oh,
something
wow.
like, we can turn it into like extract for like vapes, or different thing like that. So if it's not good enough for smokable flower, there's other uses for it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's not always like a dead case for that. You know what I mean? Like, we could always use the flower and turn it into something else,
Yeah, we
or for
remediate it.
edibles.
Right. So speaking of vapes, right, I have this one here. Can you see it? Hyde
Oh yeah,
Peaches and Cream.
yeah. Where's it?
So
Turn the
things
package
like
around.
this with flavors in it, right?
Yeah.
Turn
Well,
it
what's it?
around.
Yeah, what's it say for ingredients? Does it say a product of California?
Oh, ingredient. So government order. This package contains cannabis and scheduled controls. So it doesn't have ingredients.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what's in there. What's making it that peaches and cream? It doesn't taste like peaches and cream.
And that's what
Then
I
you got to
wanted
be
to ask
worried if
you.
it does. What's that?
So the flavors, those different flavors, is there a way to do it natural though? Because I feel like
Yeah.
that's what they're promoting, is these flavors are natural, but we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a strain called peaches and cream. I don't know. There's about a bazillion different strain names that are out there. I don't know. So it might be a strain name. Typically, though, a lot of those are artificially flavored, just like with grape or all different kinds of flavors. What we do is we extract the terpenes from the plant material, which is the smell and the taste of cannabis, and we can get that separate out, and then we extract the cannabinoids, the THC and the CBD, out of the plant material, a separate run. So then we have these two ingredients, and then we marry them back together, and that's what we make our vape carts out of. So there's no additives, and the state doesn't allow any additives. So there's
They
no
don't.
viscosity booster, no PG or VG. That is not allowed. Only natural terpenes. So we could put orange in it if we wanted to, because we can extract orange. We can extract lavender and lemon if we wanted to with our CO2 extractor. But for me, it's about replicating what that plant was like when it was alive, and getting that experience of the smell and the taste, and when it's fresh.
Right.
And we want to capture that and get that in the vape. So when
because when I smoke
you
them,
have that experience.
Yeah. When I smoke them, I definitely not a flavor dude. Like I definitely just want to taste, the weed in it. So I'm not really looking for the flavors. But now that's just pretty much how they're selling them. Is they got like a million different flavors. They got glazed donut and whatever else.
Does it taste like that?
Does it taste like a glazed donut?
It has a little I mean, obviously, you know how like artificial stuff is like
Yeah.
flavored,
Right.
like it, but it has a little peaches and cream
So
flavor
they're
to
just
it.
adding
Yeah,
like
they're
a
just dropping it
flavor.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how they do it. And that's why I was wondering like if they're just kind of if it's some artificial stuff or if they're able to do that naturally. I don't know how you would be able to do peaches and
No.
cream naturally, but whatever, you know what I
You
mean?
can't extract cream. You know?
Right. So pretty much because I guess I was confused too about you kind of clarified it though when you said you guys are going to be growing and making things and selling it to dispensaries, right?
Yes.
Because I was wondering how those places are going to be able to compete with the black market. Because I was like, if you guys are going to be doing that, how are you guys going to be able to compete with the black market if you're going to be selling flour and things like that?
Well, my prediction of what's going to happen is as soon as the very first card dispensary, which is the first round of licensees and program that the OCM has, that as soon as those first ones open, the OCM has a team of 400 investigators that will be running through the state, and they've already made a list of all these smoke shops, sticker shops. They know who they are, and they're going to come after them. And what they're not going to do is actually go after the owners, but they go after the landlord. So they can seize the landlord's property. So they're going to bypass because they don't, they can hit them with fines and back taxes and everything because it's not going to be a criminal. It's going to be a tax thing, and then it's going to go after the landlords. And as soon as that landlord gets that notice that they can just have that tenant cease and desist, if they don't do that, they're going to get their property seized.
And you know what's funny about that? What you're saying is, and I feel that these landlords have no idea.
They have no idea. They think it's legal.
I mean, even in Buffalo, there's a step out Buffalo. It's they advertise businesses or whatever. They're advertising all these illegal sticker shops, and we're like, what?
They don't even realize they're illegal.
People don't know.
I bet what's going on too is I bet what they're doing is they're just because like what landlord knows the ins and outs about the laws, and they can show you some fake paperwork and say, hey, look, we're able to, you know what I mean? And
100%.
Yeah, but it's
so
like if you own a bar, so it's always on the land itself. So it's not the person, you know what I mean? So it's going to get like a liquor license, So that's how they kind of look at it, but. To your point,
that's good information because I know I've got some landlord friends and some people probably even watching. There's some landlords that probably should know that kind of thing because I really don't think these places around here know. I think we've got like a good 4 here in town already.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more too up in the town too. I just saw another one
popping up everywhere.
Yeah, they got one even in the plaza over here. The plaza is going to end up getting.
Oh, yeah. That's not going to.
It's funny. They don't even know what they're into. Wow.
They have no idea.
To your point, though, about the illegal market, there's always going to be that illegal market. There's always going to be people that do that, and that's fine. But there's a lot of other people that really want to try THC that have been hesitant to do that illegal market or don't want. We have a lot of people that come to the store and they're like, oh, I can't wait till it's legal. Like older people, that maybe did it in the 70s and they want to really try a gummy,
The clientele that they're going to get, and which is probably the good clientele, is the convenience and the squares, people that are squares.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I go to the res, I see somebody come in with a full suit, look like a briefcase kind of guy, and he's like, let me get an ounce of that. And I'm like,
right.
They feel comfortable here,
Yeah. People want to make sure that it's safe. They want to have a good time. They want to try an edible. Like, okay, I know that this is going to get me this high, and because it's just people want to have fun with it. They it's another alternative than alcohol. And it's not like something that you can still function on. So the black.
So do you see? Because I know I see an issue to where marijuana gets a negative connotation when it comes to just all around just the social use of it or whatever. And I feel like alcohol doesn't get it enough because alcohol is actually like, I mean, so whenever you go out to a bar, obviously you see how people are interacting with each other when they're on, alcohol, when they're drinking alcohol. I mean, they're going crazy, they're sweating, they're all
Uh,
fighting, arguments, all this stuff, right? And then if you see a group of marijuana users, so like I've been to like a cannabis festival. I went to that cannabis festival, and that was probably the most chill thing that I've ever been around. Like
Absolutely.
everybody there was no alcohol allowed. They did that for a reason because obviously, get a little alcohol involved, things start getting a little crazy.
Yeah,
But
get a little spinny.
it was, yeah. So like we were pretty much that whole time we were just hanging out. Everybody was nice and chill. I've been to Rochester to where in a bar in the back where they would let you smoke in the back, and it was such a nice atmosphere. But people still give it a bad look. Why do you think that's a thing?
I think it's 80 years of prohibition.
Yeah.
And DARE program. And I mean, even baby boomers, you got the hippies that were all about it, but then there's like, other people like, my mother who's never even seen it before, and it's like, it's bad. And so that's a job we do in the store. We're trying to educate people, and, it's not the devil's lettuce, it's not, it's not bad, it's a natural plant. And, the effect on people is like you're saying, it's a lot less harmful than alcohol, I feel.
And I worked in prevention, alcohol and substance abuse prevention for years. I mean, when we first started this, I was like, what, pot? Like, I thought it was horrible. It was bad, but when we started CBD, I saw all these people that came in and they really benefited from it, and they were getting relief. And it was incredible to see this. And it changed my mindset. I mean, I quit the field. We started off on this journey, this business together, and it was like I'm completely a different person from where I was in alcohol and substance abuse prevention.
Right.
To see how marijuana and cannabis and CBD really is an alternative. We have people come to the store that have been on opioids for years, and they now do CBD instead of that, or people that had got off alcohol, smoke pot. It's really eye-opening to see that.
I've even heard of situations where like I think I have a friend that has a daughter that may have some type of I can't remember what it was. It's definitely not like an anxiety. It was definitely more like it was definitely like a real mental health issue. But she was taking CBD, and I guess it helped her issue. Like she gave her daughter like some CBD, and it was helping her issues. Like I think she was having seizures.
Oh, no
yeah,
kidding.
Seizures, but there was something else tied in with the seizures. But I guess she was giving it to her a little bit when she was having seizures, and I guess it just completely just wiped them out. Like she doesn't even have them anymore.
It's crazy.
Which is kind of like
That's
insane.
Yeah.
You don't hear those stories like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you're gonna be? You guys plan to do like some actual education, like maybe connecting with schools or different places like that to maybe like try to educate some more?
Yeah, I mean, it's something we like to do and broaden our, reach with people and getting them to know. But we've done things in the store. We usually have like.
I mean, we just did glow with your hands for all the students. I mean, that was the first time they invited us to go. And you should have saw the students. We had a huge super sack of hemp there. They were like, oh my God. And some of them were like really afraid of it,
They were really
right.
So the stigma kind of is dropping a little bit, and we're getting invited to more educational type of things now.
And that's where, and I kind of, to correct myself, not really, when I said school, I mean more like college kind of, I wasn't really.
Well, actually, we work with NCCC, ECC, GCC. We're helping them.
Okay, so you guys are already kind of got a foot in the door a little bit then.
Yeah. So
they've just got a huge grant for the SUNY schools, and their cannabis programs are growing. But as business owners, we don't always look for that. We look for somebody who maybe doesn't even have any cannabis experience, because we look for people that are just hard workers and will learn or whatever. But it's so great though that they're teaching people about cannabis and just reducing that stigma, and it's really getting out there now.
Nice. Now, are you guys looking for any more workers, or are you guys?
We just did a job fair a couple weeks ago. We've got over 300 to 400 resumes and applications. So we're kind of going through those, but we're kind of in this hurry up and wait phase right now, because until the dispensaries open, we're going to start ramping up. So right now we're slowly bringing people in as needed, as the demand, and we're building out some things in the facility. Like you saw yesterday, we kind of have things everywhere and really trying to get it. We're in a limited space right now, so just trying to get everything in order to get people at those stations so they can do the job as we ramp up. So more by November into December, we'll be bringing more people on to fill those entry level manufacturing positions.
And plus, we're as we look at, we're going to be moving into a bigger facility at, in the next couple months. So it's kind of like we have to build this out, and then we have to build the other facility out, because we have to have our facilities at a certain standard. It's called GMP standard. So
good manufacturing practices.
So when we get our new facility, which is 45,000 square feet, we have to make sure it's up to a certain standard, cleanliness, and different kind of, we have to have security systems. I mean, we have to lock everything.
So you got to get in there and get everything set.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So it just takes time for us to situate everything and get everything.
And you said that it possibly like a year from now that the first like official dispensaries can open.
No, I'm sorry. By the end of this year. Yeah. So in December, we're going to start to see. You probably see a couple in New York City, probably one in Albany, one in Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo.
Okay. So, I thought maybe you were saying like more like a year out, but okay.
No, I'm sorry. When I said that,
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just me misunderstanding.
No.
That's cool. Well, I guess I feel a little bit better about that then. I'll be able to maybe get.
Otherwise, those sticker shops are going to make bank over the next year.
Oh man, they're killing. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe after they hear this, some of these people might slow up a little. Well, because I'm telling you right now, there's some people that don't know, that think that they're walking in there and don't understand that they're walking in and doing something illegal, and they probably wouldn't do that if they knew. You know.
Oh yeah.
So,
absolutely.
It's only fair to them to know.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we try to do, is to let people know that, because some people, and then I get people that argue with me. Well, it's legal. Well, I'm like, yeah, it's legal, but to possess. But if you have over 3 ounces, it's not legal anymore.
Right. Yeah, just stand on the corner and sell it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
Crazy.
All right. Well, listen. Where can everybody find you guys? What's your socials?
At Empire Hemp Co. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
TikTok coming soon, right?
TikTok. We're working on it.
Yes. I would love to help you guys too.
Yes.
For any help, I would love to come down. Do some videos. I'll do some testing of the marijuana.
Yes,
you will be the official tester.
Yes.
Come in, and then we're gonna put you on too. Yeah, we're gonna test live.
I like a nice indica. All right.
You want a cops lock, huh?
8 o'clock in the morning. You won't get anything done the whole day.
I know. You're
right. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you guys coming on. When you guys get going, with your next spot and your next venture, whatever the case is, I definitely want to revisit this and let people know and give people the heads up and just kind of keep people posted on what you guys are doing. That cool?
Awesome. That's perfect.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys coming on. You guys have a good weekend. All right.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Thanks so much. Bye now.
All right, guys. That was Empire Hemp Co. Make sure you guys go follow them. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok coming soon. I've been pushing that. I've been pushing it real heavy. Let me see. I gotta try to get them off of there. I think boom. All right, yeah. Yeah, I've been pushing the social media real heavy, man. I just been doing a lot of research on that kind of thing, and just been trying to push it, man, because that's where you got to be if you want to be in business. You got to be on social media. You got to be on social media, or you will be left behind. What else is going on, everybody? I'm not gonna stay on too long. I have to get to work soon, but I'm wanted to chop it up with them, and then real quick, what did I have going on? Oh, okay. I want to know if y'all seen the city council member in L.A. She was a Hispanic lady that got caught on tape, pretty much talking to the other guy, saying that he was with the blacks. That was quote from what she said. He was with the blacks. They were speaking of um something that they were doing with their campaign, and it was a guy that was supposed to be out there running with her or whatever the case was, and she said no, he's one of those guys that's with the blacks. And this is a Latino lady that they had caught on audio. I'm sure some of y'all have heard about it, but that has been rolling around, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do as far as punishment with her and anything they need to do something right now, because that is kind of, when you have a city council member speaking like that, and this is a Latino lady, you got to understand how deep that is. I mean, if y'all remember the movie, that documentary 13th Amendment that was on Netflix, they had a part in there to where there was a person that was talking. It was a person in charge of the campaigns of one of the presidents that was running at the time, and he was explaining pretty much the benign neglect policy. If you guys don't know what that is, go look what that is. It's pretty much is, as long as you don't promise black people anything, they won't give you, they won't have to give you anything. So let's not promise them anything, and we don't have to give you anything. And pretty much what the person in the 13th Amendment was saying, in that clip, he was saying, hey, look, at the end of the day, all it comes down to is the blacks are getting hurt the most. I mean, that was the campaign. That was the that was it to the campaign. It was, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go to these places, promote to these people. This is gonna happen. We're gonna do this, do that, and the end of it all, black people are gonna be on the bottom. And I was like, wow, okay. He said it clear out his mouth, clear out his mouth. And now this is the same thing pretty much when it comes to this LA City Council member. She's on the city council, and she's saying he's with the blacks. I mean, do you think that she's probably not going to have a bias towards black people? I mean, come on now. Come on now. Hey, you said she resigned? She resigned. Hey, I'm going to send you a quick invite if you are around, just to see what's up, because I don't know. You probably know a little bit about it since you said she resigned. I don't really know. I didn't hear that part. That was a good interview, though, with Empire Hemp. It was janky as hell at first with the connections and trying to get on. I apologize, man. That was just the worst, but it ended up being a really good interview. I stopped lagging. The construction out front calmed down. That's what makes my internet lag. They outside with a 30-man crew. I'm talking digging up, beeping and whistling and doing all types of shit, man. I was flipping my lid before I got on live. What else is going on? Like I said, I'm only staying on for another few minutes or so. Here's Haven. I'm only staying on for a little bit. What up? What up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Did you see me struggling at first?
Yeah, I can see it in the voice. Nobody else can tell, but I can see it and I can hear it.
No, Haven, I was like, before I got on camera, I was mother effing everything.
I'm sure you was. That was pretty dope. I could, they laid down some good stuff, man. Like the stuff that we didn't even know. Like that's.
Oh, listen, Haven, when I put that clip out about them landlords.
Yeah.
When I put that clip out about them landlords, them niggas about to panic.
They're gonna try to hang you.
Yeah.
No, a good thing that they did say is that, so they're working with MCC and all the colleges. That's a good agricultural class that they're starting up, and they're starting to pay and get grants for those things, for them to learn the sciences of it. But that lady that you were talking about, I heard it this morning. So 2 days the audio clip came out is when she put in her resignation, probably to keep her benefits and all that shit. So
right.
Yeah.
See, I didn't hear that. Obviously if that just came out this morning, then yeah, but I seen that shit a few days ago, and I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? It's a city council member, and she was a Latino lady. I
Yeah.
mean, we both know this, but I just trying to paint it to people, man. Like, you got to understand, man, this is on all levels. These people coming at black people on all levels, whether it's white, Latino, and then you can be a white Latino is pretty much what she was.
Right.
And yeah, man, that is crazy.
Yeah,
I
no,
couldn't believe it.
that's nuts. No, nobody in that position of power should be, of any type of power or just people in general. They that's how they think, though. They think that it's very color coded. So
Yep.
and especially in politics. So it's whoever's going to get the Latino vote, whoever's going to get the black vote, and then they call it the what was it? Something like the middle America type, housewife thing. It's broken down in colors and categories, man. That's exactly what it is.
Haven, did you see Will Smith is back around?
Will Smith.
Will Smith, he back because you know how after he slapped Chris Rock, he was just out of the public eye for a minute.
No, I didn't see. Well, I did see that he came out with a movie. It's like a new.
And now check it, Haven.
Movie.
Check what he came back as. Did you see the movie?
No, I didn't see the movie yet.
The movie is he is a slave in the movie, Haven.
Yeah. See,
now I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to be that guy. But you mean to tell me all what Will Smith had going on, everything that he had going on, all those projects, he does that, comes back in the public eye, his first movie, he's a slave in?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be the conspiracy dude, but
listen, and he had said for the longest time that he would never portray our people as slaves. He
I didn't even know that.
Movie. And with all fairness, though, movies do happen, over a 2-year span sometimes. So I don't know, but
of course, but Haven, no.
You're
but
right.
He had other projects that he was working on that they canceled and stopped, and they didn't approve and things like that. And this is what you approve?
Yeah, no, I seen this. I had seen the same thing about him coming out and kind of contradicting himself.
Listen,
saying he would never do that. That's what I seen from it, but that's the only thing I seen from him. But he did slap the shit out of Chris, though.
listen, hey man, he slapped dog shit out of him.
Listen,
they Nick Cannon them.
The history, but no man gets to slap me and then walk away from me and not even look back. Like I ain't gonna jump on you the moment.
That was the weird part.
Yeah, he slapped the shit out of that grown ass man.
But Haven, I think I might be scared of somebody who ain't worried about looking behind him. They can slap me in my face and walk away. I'm like, hey man, why you ain't looking back?
Yeah, but see, number one, I'm gonna be mad because you slapped me, so I know off jump I'm gonna jump on you. But number two, the audacity it takes for you to walk away from a nigga you just slapped and not even look back, worried that he's gonna jump on your back or throw something at you.
Right.
Like,
hey man, I forgot they got chemicals in it. I don't know. I don't know what to do now.
He definitely has some stuff going on though, because he wasn't worried about anything. No reaction, no retribution.
But you know what though, Haven? Like, I just looked at that Will Smith thing when I see he come back playing a slave, and then I just look at that damn Nick Cannon, how they did with him. Remember when he had started speaking about them Jews on his podcast? He was getting too black. He was getting too black, and they pulled that motherfucker off all them platforms and pretty much sat him down, gave him a talking to, and came back. His podcast was done. He took the turban off, and he had a nice show.
That yes, a massa.
They whipped him right in the shape, man. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening with Will Smith. I think they sat him down because they got a ton of money, but them people control the money. They control if you get paid or not. At the end of the day, so they could strip everything they got from. They probably got what happens to in a lot of these places, like with these entertainers, they get something over you. This is what rich people do that want to keep you underneath their belt. They'll get something over you. They'll go as far as hiring somebody to investigate your life, to investigate you fully, and get some dirt on you and say, hey, look, this is what I got over you. Stay right, and if they don't act right, I'm gonna put this out.
But in business, they're protecting their investment. So that's, you know what I mean. Like,
well, that's not right. I'm just saying that it's definitely what happens, but because it's kind of like I feel like that's definitely what happened with like Kevin Hart when he was about to get extorted,
Oh
things
yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? Like people are trying. So another good point that I seen was that it happened with R. Kelly. Those people in the like he did what he did. We know that, but what happened is it's not the girls that were looking to get paid off. The girls, they were already getting paid off. That was not an issue. What it was it was the big record execs
Trying to
that
recoup.
going after his catalog. They
Yeah.
started to bully him for his catalog, say, hey, look, we're gonna throw this dirt out on you, blah blah blah, and we're gonna somehow finagle it to where we're gonna have control of your catalog. And his everybody knows R. Kelly's catalog is crazy.
Yeah, listen, I always said, listen, I know he be peeing on folks and doing all the other stuff, but you can't get rid of, what was it, 21 play or
12 play.
12 play? You can't
They
like
even said 21 play. That is
wait,
great.
listen, it's been that long. It's been that long. I was even on it too. I was like, damn, that's messed up. I ain't really gonna support that. But then you got to think about the music aspect of it. I'm not in that man's business, and I don't want to be. And I don't think anything he did was right.
Yeah, no, I can't.
But
I can't
at the end
either.
of the day, music is music. It grew up off that.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit. You back? You good?
Yeah, yeah.
It was a janky connection a little bit, but yeah, no, I'm the type. I ain't gonna lie. I still listen to his stuff. It's still on my playlist. I can't help it. I don't specifically turn music on and be like, hey, let me go and listen to R. Kelly and click on it. But it is on my playlist, and when it comes on, I'd be like, oh shit, that's my. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't get. You can't erase my
feel,
childhood. First off, in my life.
feel guilty. You shouldn't feel
Right.
guilty. I'm just saying, I don't support what the man does in his personal life. You know what I mean? But you can't get rid of all of that history. Just like Michael Jackson or anybody else they try to defame. You really can't get rid of any of that because
Well,
we all
that was.
singing Butterfly in the car no matter what happened. You know what I mean?
Well, that Michael Jackson thing was the same thing. Same as R. Kelly. If you
Yep.
keep seeing like these people with these big catalogs get destroyed, it's because that's part of what these big bullies do. You know what I mean?
Jackson owned like the Beatles catalog or some.
Michael Jackson owned motherfucking Sony, nigga.
Yeah, yeah.
Sony owned the Beatles and everything under it. So he owned, you know what I'm saying? He had like, I think it was over like 50% of Sony or it's just something nuts, man. So he owned the goods, man. And that whole situation with Mike is still sketchy. Like, the whole accusations and all that. That's always been weird. R. Kelly, we know he did some shit. So
Yeah.
that's a different story. Michael Jackson's situation is definitely like different,
Well, it's definitely weird. I mean, he the cat was having sleepovers with footy pajamas on with monkeys and
Yo, Greg says, Haven, Greg says, seems like you're ready. Does not hit the same. Yo, Greg, man, you can't listen to it under that context.
Right. And see, and I think that's what I think that's what he's doing. So, Greg, I want to say when you just mentioned that title just now, the song played in my head.
Such a good song. And look, the other one that he wrote for Aaliyah, the age ain't nothing but a number, and an out ain't nothing but a. That's my heat. But like back in the day,
you hear that come on, you're gonna move your head a little bit and not really, you know what I'm
but
saying?
back in the day, Haven, people wasn't looking at it like that. We weren't listening to it thinking, hey, we talking about some young people. No, it was more of like, all right, you got the 35-year-old that wants him a little young 21-year-old or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Some age difference like that. It wasn't like we didn't thinking about it like that. And then when I listen to it now, I'm like, man, I still like the song, man. It's such a good song.
Well, it's because what it meant to you back then, and you're not listening to it under the context of R. Kelly wrote this song for Aaliyah. So that I'm saying, so like, people can judge all they want. They're free to do whatever they want. But what makes my head bob, or whatever I'm listening to, and what reminds me of the times from back then, I'm gonna listen to. Like, I'm not.
Man, listen, I challenge anybody who has a problem with that music and act like they don't want to listen to his music. I challenge you to sit in a room with me for 3 hours.
Brady, you got to
play you at least one song that I know your motherfucking foot gonna tap.
got already queued up.
Hey, I'll throw the playlist that you gonna bite somewheres. You gonna bite somewheres. That nigga got way too many hits. You gonna bite somewheres in the 90s and the two. If I play, I believe I can fly. I might be able to get you.
Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
In the right scenario, hell yeah, I'm telling you. And then like YT and all that, man. Listen, there's nobody that can tell me that that's not fire music. But you know whatever. To each his own.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop listening to shit because everybody mad. So,
what you got going on this weekend?
nothing. We're gonna shoot out there and come see y'all, and then yep, probably.
Would you
hang out
you
for a
still
little
off
bit.
of work, or you been working?
Well, I can't drive nowhere, so I'm here, working from here. But you know, see what's going on.
You working from home then?
Yeah, moving plans is kind of delayed for now, but it's just so I can figure out this military stuff, and then
Yep.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm about to get here, going to work in a minute, man. I'll holler at you. I'll see you this weekend.
All right, man.
Yep. Be easy. All right, y'all. I'm about to get ready to go to work. Y'all, please go over. First go over to the Royals Barbershop page. Royals Barbershop. That's my barbershop. I need y'all to go like that. I need 12 more likes to get to 2,000. All right, do that for me. Then go like the WNY 585 network page. Subscribe to my YouTube WNY 585 network. Go subscribe to my TikToks barbershop page, the WNY page, my personal page. I'm all over the place. Go search WNY network on every platform and search me. Go follow me. Royals Barbershop, every platform. Go follow us, like it, the whole shebang. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope y'all liked the show, the interview. Sorry about the jankiness in the beginning, but we got it together. And I'll be back here next Friday. Y'all take it easy. Have a good weekend.